Preview.
Welcome everyone to today's live corporate update. My name is Ryan Evans, President and CEO here at Elamant International. Today is April 11th, 2021, and we've got a few updates to give you, some new things that's coming your way, and I want to make sure that you take notes today to get the most out of today's session. We're going to be allowing maybe 10-15 minutes of dialogue here, but I got to tell you, this information is going to be life-changing for you as an Elamant member, as an Elamant consultant. We understand that for things to change, if you've had pain, problems, difficulties, if you've had some things happen in your past, or even with the company, some challenges that might not have been the way that they need to be, misunderstandings, things like that. For things to change, you have to change. For things to be different, you have to do things differently. And I think we owe it as a company to be able to continue to give you an upgrade, to continue to enhance our product, and to continue giving you that change that you need. And when we listen to all of our customers around the marketplace, in Africa, especially even in South Africa as well, we are listening to people that are crying out for change. They want things to be simpler. They want things to be easier. They want themselves to become better and more empowered. How can we as a company do that? I feel like keeping things simple, focusing on the grassroots, the very beginning and foundation of what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur and business person. And that is absolutely nothing else but education. Where would we be at today without education? That's true to understand that just becoming a business person, whether you have, in America, we have a MBA. MBA is a business degree that allows you to master what you think a business person would do. But even having all of that education, it still does not prepare you for the experience and emotional strain that it's going to take you to run a business. We understand that creating a good foundation in our business for members and consultants to really take advantage of the skills that they need to ensure success for their life starts from the grassroots, the very beginning. And what is that very beginning? It's your emotions. Emotions matter, and every one of us has emotions. We care, we love, we get angry sometimes, we fall short and misunderstand. Sometimes we make assumptions, and other times we make declarations without having all the facts. I've said before, if it sounds too good to be true, ask more questions, find out more. Always seek to understand more, because if not, that affects people's emotions. And emotions truly do matter. And we wanted to make sure that you all had the skills to be able to elevate yourself. And we empower you right where you are right now from the power of your mobile device, okay? You can work anywhere in the world and learn these type of skills right where you are at. 6 months ago, we partnered with a company called Success Training Institute, a worldwide leader in soft skills training. We couldn't be more excited about the partnership. While we started growing, we started collecting the data. We started seeing who was taking courses and how are they empowering their lives. Are they becoming a better entrepreneur? Are they having a more unstoppable mindset? And what could we do to kind of rearrange the product focus so that way more people can benefit from this type of training? Well, I got to tell you, I'm very excited about my new guest here that many of you may already know, and some of us watching for the first time here at Elamant, you are going to be in for a treat. His name is none other than Dr. D.L. Wallace. Dr. Wallace has been recognized all over the world as the leader of soft skills training. He has even helped us in our Elamant members in mastermind trainings, teaching them to become more. And wouldn't you like to become more in your business? Wouldn't you like to become more in your relationship with other people? Whether it is a family relationship with your friends, trying to understand how to resolve conflict, or wouldn't it be better to get that job and maintain it when other people might have another subset of emotions? This Dr. Wallace and his team of people all around the Success Training Institute is the person that can help you take your emotions and master them. I'm going to bring him on right now. Dr. Wallace, it's so good that you've joined me today. I am so glad about the direction that we're going. It's important because what I heard was what you focus on expands. And if we focus on problems, you're going to get more problems. If you focus on negativity, you're going to get more negativity. But if you focus on bettering yourself and making sure that you have all the skills to take yourself to the next level, that's going to expand too. So tell us a little bit about your background and what you have coming out with STI to help better people's lives through soft skills training.
Well, first I want to say not only thank you to Ryan, but for all of you watching today, you may not know how powerful this man is. Now, when you think of power, I know you may think of it in several different terms. There's a power that's associated with people who are in politics. There's another power associated with people who have physical strength. But when I say power, I mean this man's heart, his will, his desire, his passion for success. With our company, Success Training Institute, we're very particular about the partnerships we make. We vet them very carefully. And you have to look at Elamant and say the leadership, the founder, the person who guided this group, this powerful, unstoppable force to this point, he deserves a ton of credit. So Ryan, I'm glad, man, to be connected to you. I really am. And if you're watching right now and you're wondering what's the next move gonna be for Elamant, what's the next level going to be, I'm gonna tell you, it gets bigger. Yes, it gets bigger. Many of you right now may be wondering, what are we going to be doing with this partnership with Success Training Institute? And many of you may not know the term soft skills. I want to replace that term, Ryan, with another term, high income skills. When you think of it in that regard, these are the skills that impact your bottom line. Yeah. Now, we talk about education all the time. You've got primary education, kids in elementary school and such. You've got secondary education. You've got higher education. You've got all types of degrees people can earn, but I don't want to talk about those because education is a very broad term. Yeah. I'm going to talk about a term much simpler. That term, 5-letter word, is money. The reason I want to talk about money is because many people don't recognize, but there's a correlation between education and money. Who would go to college for 4 years or 8 years or 12 years to become a doctor if you knew that it was only going to pay you a minimum wage? Nobody would. Right. You go to get the education because of the money that connects with it. With Success Training Institute and Elamant, this partnership, this collaboration, it's not just a product. It's an ecosystem. We're not just in partnership like a vendor would be with a company. We're in deep partnership so that we can expand into North America. Now, thank you. Now, I want to tell you something. Yes, North America. And so we're talking about, I want to let Ryan I got to drop some bombs because you may be wondering where we're going, what we're doing, why we're together. Ryan, tell them a little bit more. You can tease a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so for absolute reasons that we can't disclose yet, we've got a lot of things happening within the next week, next 2 weeks, month. I'm going to say, Dr. Wallace is absolutely correct. We are having our sights on additional markets. Yes, North America is where we are having our sights as well, right? Because look, there's so many different markets and people need these skills. And people have been asking us really for the past 2 years, hey, when are you going to open up in the United States? When are you going to open up in Canada? When are you going to be in South America as well? Like, when? And when I say this, this is important. We're on the move right now. And we're continuing to empower people as we go. And we're taking teams and leaders with us on this journey. And anywhere you are right now, whether it is in Africa, South Africa, Zimbabwe, wherever you're at, we have got people in Japan, we've got people in Vietnam, we've got people all over Europe. People everywhere are hungry for success. And like Dr. Wallace said, success and opportunity, when it meets education, is something that's going to be long-term and sustaining. If you win the lottery tomorrow because you are playing the lottery and that's going to be your ticket to freedom, if you were to win and get just a lot of money, what's going to happen next year? Well, if you don't have the right amount of skills, you're going to be doing everything that you never got to do without taking any thought for tomorrow. You're not going to be mentally prepared. And that's true for all of us. If we don't have those skills, if we don't have a mentor, let me just tell you, is an accelerator. It accelerates you to the front of the line. You don't have to go through all the stuff that the mentor already went through and already vetted. You get to move right up here to the front of the line and start here. That's what soft skills do. That is what high income skills get you in your life. And so I got to be telling you what we're looking for in a vendor is making sure that the vendor has an exclusive product that you can't get off YouTube. You can't get this anywhere else. And to have many other endorsements, now I'm not going to try to drop bombs here yet either. We got many other people that is coming out going to say, yes, Elamant, I see your direction. We're going to be having some big names come out that you already know that's going to help us move forward to our direction. Are we stopping, Dr. Wallace?
Oh, no.
Are we moving forward?
Yes.
Absolutely. And what we're going to be doing is continuing to bring our strategic partners in to help us win and help us succeed in our business. We want you with us. We want to empower you to become better and become more. How do we do that? Well, is it by giving you a better travel suite? Is it by giving you a better shopping program? Or is it by empowering you with the skills that matter most? I think that it's important to see what others have to say about this type of program. Dr. Wallace, you have been in education for many years already. What have you observed and what have you seen happen in this industry?
Well, I can just tell you a few statistics. Harvard University, that esteemed academic institution in the United States, they let us know that 85% of career success is based on soft skills. Put it very simply, if you ever want to change your money, we've got to elevate our minds. You can always do a direct correlation. Where the mind goes, the money follows. And when you have skills that elevate you emotionally, skills that empower your mind, then you're going to achieve like never before. That's why I can say to all the Elamant members, you're in the right place at the right time. Don't sleep on this company. Don't turn your back. Stay right where you are and strap in, because these are the skills that are in high demand. Let me just give you some statistics from the United States. 120 million U.S. workers are going to need to be retrained with soft skills in order to be competitive in this new economy. 120 million. There are only 150 million people employed in the U.S. That's 75%. Now, the number is even higher in Africa, in Asia, in other places. It's even higher. So imagine 80 to 90% of the workforce needing the skills that you'll not only get, but be able to offer through this alliance that we've got right now. That it can impact your business, help you build better teams, overcome adversity, gain the certifications, gain the confidence, improve the mind, and the money will follow.
Absolutely. I got to tell you, there are so many things that we have coming out very, very soon for you. We have been empowering people already through soft skills. We've already looked at the data. We already know where we're going. And to have strong strategic partnerships and alliances with Success Training Institute and being able to empower our customers more, what we focus on expands. And we're going to expand into other networks. We're going to expand right there where you're at, in South Africa, in Nigeria, where our customers already are. But what we got to do is we got to work together in unity to understand, what is the mission? What do you want out of your life? And if you could ask yourself questions, what am I trying to accomplish? And how can I get there? Well, we have something where success meets opportunity meets education. We squash those together, and now you get to earn while you learn. The concept is very simple. We're going to make sure that you have all the tools you need. New PowerPoint presentations. We're going to make sure that you have all the marketing tools that you need. And when you're taking these courses, you now have a story. Every one of us has a story. All of us have a journey. And it starts from the beginning of our journey, where you see yourself propelling yourself to success throughout many, many years. And you look back on that journey and realize your chapter 1 does not look like your chapter 10, where you are reading this side of your book now. And that you're having more success than maybe the peers that give up. Because again, if you give up, you guarantee your results. But if you keep the course and you continue to work on personal development, two things that happen. You will succeed or you'll learn. You don't fail. You just know 1,000 times how not to invent the light bulb, right? Yeah. So there's so many different things out there that we are excited about. Look, we're keeping a lot at bay, because when we come out 1 week from today, we're going to have a live presentation. We're going to have a live meeting, and it's going to be super off the chain. We're going to give you guys the Zoom link in advance, so that way you all can pack that house. Now, it's only limited to 3,000 people. So if you're the 3,001, there's no way you can get in. So we want to pack the house so that way everybody has that information live. It's the stuff, detailed things about what Elamant is going to be doing in its future, how we're going to be getting started, what it means for your business, and how you can take advantage of it. So Dr. Wallace, what I know is that people sometimes make assumptions quickly. Sometimes they jump to conclusions. Sometimes they take things personally. And I understood, even as a young entrepreneur, that those are things that maybe stop us from achieving the type of goals that we need. How is it that someone can take advantage of this seriously, and where I've had people even ask us, education is hard to sell. You know, education is something that is something most people don't value. And whenever I hear this, that lets me know that my reticular activation system, it already lets me know that it's already misunderstood. There's another side to this. So I want you to give your perspective on that, because you've shared that with me as well. I think it'd be valuable for other people to know.
Well, I can say that most people don't value education. That's true in Africa, that's true in Asia, that's true in Europe, and it's true in the United States. Now, you may argue and say, but why are all the colleges open? Because it's not the education they value. It's the opportunity connected to education that they value. Now, you don't see colleges in the United States going out of business because everybody appreciates the opportunity. You don't see public schools in the United States going out of business. Everybody appreciates the opportunity. So one of the things about education, it's credible, it's reputable. People all understand that education equals opportunity. So it's not education that you're selling in and of itself. You're allowing people to gain access to unlimited opportunities. Yes. Let me ask you something. If you had the chance to be the president of a college, university, would you turn it down? Of course not. Yeah. Now imagine in your own little ecosystem, in your world, you have the ability to be the president of your domain as it relates to education. Mm-hmm. You're going to have people coming to you asking how they can also offer a product that doesn't have to be shipped, that nobody has to wait on, right, that you get immediate access to, that can be accessed from a mobile device, that is on demand, where certifications are instantaneous. And you're going to have the opportunity to not only offer that, you're going to have the opportunity to empower the people in your circle along with those people that they're along with yourself as well. Sure. I always say these words. When you manage your emotions, just manage them, then you can change your life. But when you master your emotions, you can change the life of everybody else around you. People are always waiting on the next big thing. They're looking for something new and exciting. How many people do you know that are connected to an education technology company? I bet you can find a lot of them that are selling lotion, potions, yep, soaps, creams, teas, and coffees. But you don't know a person who has access to this kind of ecosystem, and now you're going to have the chance to do it. But it gets even bigger. It gets even better. I don't want to give all the details away because the people that are partnering with us in this initiative, yes, like Ryan said, they're going to be names you recognize, credible. And you couldn't attract those kind of names unless you got a cutting edge ecosystem that people respect. And if you want to pull from the demographics that broaden and expand and the business-minded professionals, now you got the product, now you got the partnership, now we've got the culture that can make that happen.
I love that. See, at Elamant, we've always been focused on education, and we think about that. How have we always been focused on education? People are like, well, you've been known for shopping and data and other things like that. No. We started in 2017 in Singapore with a concept of empowering people through our consultant program. What does our consultant program do? Well, it's different than MLM. That's why we don't consider ourselves multi-level marketing, because it's not marketing on multiple levels for compensation and commissions. We actually do something very, very different, where we empower the person that if they have a team of 12 or more people, they can become a consultant and make $20 per hour for 5 hours on things that they do: support, service, educate, train, and ensure that our customers understand everything that's going on. So how do we empower our consultants? Well, it wasn't until about 6 months ago that we decided to partner with STI. And we knew the value of soft skills, because that's where the grassroots, the beginning starts. And you've heard it from Dr. Wallace whenever he said about emotions matter. You heard it whenever he said, that emotions are what, can either make you or break you. He said if you master your emotions, you can help everyone around you. You can become that change. But if you maintain and manage your own emotions, you can change your life. Wouldn't you agree that that's true? How many times do we get on the internet and see something and we're like, oh my goodness, I'm now affected emotionally. I'm angry, or I'm upset, or I'm confused. We get on the TV and we watch a TV program, and it affects our emotions, right? Because it's entertainment. And entertainment and news, what they try to do is they try to twist it to make sure that you get affected. They want to show you enough just to get you affected. But people with a high level of emotional intelligence, they validate, they're skeptical, they research, they make their own mind up based on the facts that they're provided, and they don't make assumptions. What they do is they continue to move forward. They keep the main thing the main thing. And is that the most important thing?
It's the most important thing. And when we start thinking about it, all we have to do is recognize that when you put the right people together and the right product together and the right passion together, great things always happen. I always say, you never make $1 million by yourself. Nobody succeeds on an island. But when you've got a culture, a family, a network, that's when success happens. Ryan mentioned it just a moment ago about mentorship. That's another person helping someone reach a level faster than they could have ever imagined.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, it's true.
And when you think about it, joining this ecosystem, that's why we don't call it a company, it's an ecosystem. What does that mean? That means that all the pieces, the elements are coming together to create an unstoppable force. Now, wait a minute. You may say, well, Elamant, that's the company that is the unstoppable force. You're a piece of Elamant.
That's right.
And if Elamant's unstoppable, you're unstoppable too. If Elamant wins, you win too. I won't say if Elamant wins. When Elamant wins, you win as well. So, you know, many times people get on the ground floor of something and they jump ship too fast. Right. They leave too quickly. And then they look back and they want to kick themselves and say, how did I miss out on the opportunity? You have some that'll never hear about it. Others who will hear about it and won't join. You'll have some who join and leave too early. But then that last group, that's the group that joins, that stays, that perseveres, that believes, that hangs in there, that's a part of this new and improved business model and ecosystem.
That's right.
Those are the ones that reap the greatest benefits. I'm going to tell you just one quick story. Ryan's told you one already. If you ever look up the greatest gold rush in the history of the United States of America, you'll discover that it took place in California. Yep. And here's what's so amazing. There was a man who owned the property who was digging, and he was digging on the mine for 2 years. And then he decided there's no gold here. I can't help it. He left. And 18 inches from where he stopped digging was the largest discovery of gold in the history of the United States. 18 inches. That man sold his mine for pennies on the dollar just because he got tired. And the people who came after him and didn't give up, they were the ones that reaped the benefits. So I would say to you that there is an amazing opportunity that we haven't really shared as much as we can. That's why we're smiling, because we know even more, and we can't wait to talk about it. But when you hear it all, you're going to be glad that you kept digging. You're going to be glad that you stayed in here. You're going to even call some people. You might even want to tease them and say, I told you, you should have stayed. And you may give them an opportunity to come back. So we are excited about this alliance like never before. We're going to win.
I love it. And who watches a movie that has no climax and drama and things that happen in lives? Who reads a book that isn't full of adventure and trials and hurdles? Who wants to live a life that is just mundane, straight, and no problems? Because guess what? If you're trying to build muscle, you got to break down the old. You got to rip it. You got to make sure that you're building your muscle so that way it's preparing the way for the new muscle. It's going to take some pain, and it's going to take some pressure. And you know what? Diamonds are created with the most amount of pressure and the right element. So if you're trying to create a diamond here, you're going to get ready for a lot of pressure. You're going to get ready to make sure that all of that is in your life, but you're going to come out and be super unstoppable. I got to tell you, life is not easy. You guys have heard this before. But it's not easy because the emotions go up and down. It's not easy because we trust people, and sometimes they let us down. Sometimes we put our time and effort into businesses, and we feel like that was going to take us where we needed to go. But what I got to tell you is that no matter what, it's the education. It's what you can control you. That's what you can control. You can control how you react. You can't control the actions of other people, the actions of other businesses, the actions of anything else, but you can control how you react to a certain situation. And if you want to truly be an unstoppable force, you got to carve and put pressure on this mindset, because you cannot get to the level of greatness without going through the fire. You have to be refined. The most pure gold, like you were talking about the gold mine, has to go through a refinement process so it becomes more valuable. And what happens is the heat gets heated up, and then the gold starts to break down and melt. But the gold doesn't go anywhere. The impurities rise to the top. Sometimes we got to get rid of the impurities. Sometimes people are like clouds. They're here for a little time. It's rainy. It's always sad. But then they go away and the sun is always shining. I gotta tell you, sometimes you have people in your life, sometimes you have circumstances that come and go, but the emotions and how you react to it can separate the difference, all the difference in the world, and help you get success. I gotta tell you, I'm super excited, Dr. Wallace, that you're here. There are gonna be so many more of these videos coming out. And look, if you enjoyed today, what we're gonna do is help equip you with the tools that matter most through soft skills training and allow you to win through learning while you are earning. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
We're gonna see you next week. You do not wanna mix next week. I already told you later there's gonna be a Zoom meeting and it's gonna be live, 3,000 people. So do not miss that. Let's get that room packed, and we're gonna have a live event. We're gonna announce things and blow the doors off of things. We're gonna put dates to things, and we're gonna show you guys how to set yourself up for success. Being unstoppable is not just a motto, it's a lifestyle. Being unstoppable is there's a level of commitment. If you want to become unstoppable, take the word commitment. Commitment means doing what you said you were going to do long after the emotion you set it in leaves you. Commitment means continuing the path even when it's hard. Watch yourself and see how you grow. Continue your journey and start your journey now with Elamant. Let's get ready to be unstoppable. I'll see you guys next week.